The thing is, I want you to never give up on what's possible. Never give up on what's possible. You want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Never give up on what's possible. It's so easy to give up and say, well, I'll just go somewhere else and do it some way, another way. When I wrote this, I thought of all the people I've counseled over the years. 16 years, maybe longer than that, 23 years adding practitioner training and practitionership. I can't tell you how many times I have sat with somebody and guided them through some difficult things. And I'd say, just stay with it, just stay with it. And they start to feel better. They start to see the little clues that are going on. And then you know what they do? They go away. They go away. And I'm going to be really honest, I feel it in my heart. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know they're going to make it. I know their life is going to get better. I know that as long as they persist in the direction of the good they want to have, it's going to be better than they could imagine. But there's one little key to this whole thing about seeing demonstrations. And I want you to leave with this today, because if you've not done this, I want you to do this today. And that is, you have to experience the good of God before you believe in the good. Did you get that? It's kind of a weird way of saying it. If you've not had the experience of coming from total, we'll just say, destruction, moving up the ladder to, okay, it's getting better, and then eventually having and feeling that good, you're not going to believe in it. It's like having a baby. Right? It takes 9 months sometimes, most of the time, right? But you have to feel it. You have to feel it. It's happening. Use that as your example, because everything is possible. And don't give up on it. I've heard this years ago, and I don't know who ever said it. Maybe it's Ernest Holmes. But it says, if God brings it to you to it, he or she or it will bring it through you. Bring you through it. I think I heard that in prac class. How this applied to me as a practitioner is that when you become a practitioner, you're just frightened about who's going to come and see you. At least I was. And who comes to see you is the thing that you've healed. Which means that God will bring you through it. You're never going to be alone. See, as humans, we have the freedom to think. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not so good. But if we choose to see rightly, in other words, no matter what the appearance is, and I can tell you, we've all had some appearances we wouldn't want to see. If we think rightly, then what happens is it passes through, and we feel better. In fact, as I was practicing this, I was thinking, sorry, I took some medication. It's making me really dry here. If we can, and just imagine this, if we can feel good all day long, think about that, 24 hours of feeling good. It's been a long time since I've felt that 100%. But if for every time you feel good, say, thank you, I feel good, you're going to then become more adept at feeling good every day. But sometimes we just let those other things come in, and it takes away that feeling. I want you to practice today feeling good all day long. It's real simple. And if anything unlike that shows up, just say in your head, if you want to say it out loud, people might think you're crazy, but say to yourself, I release that which no longer serves me. Today I choose to feel good. Today I choose to feel good. Now, I wrote this down because I think that sometimes it feels Pollyanny. Annie, is that the wrong word? But anyway, it feels like we're making it up. Right? Anybody feel like they're making it up? Here's the major difference of that, is that when that happens to me, like it's like, I'm good, is I want you to see what's really in front of you. What is the reality in you? Okay? It's okay to see what it is. But then you can claim that something better is going to happen as a result of it. So you're always looking for that good. And when you do that, you then send a nice message to your body, to your soul, to your heart, I'm going to be okay. And you have to practice this. I put down for myself, I'm not getting tugged into the chaos and rabbit hole of my thoughts. If you just say, I'm gonna get through this, I'm gonna find my new apartment, I'm gonna feel better. I'm going to whatever. The point is not going down the rabbit hole. One of my favorite books, everybody knows I have favorite books. I have about 10,000 of them now. But Jack Addington says this. He talks about practicing the presence. Because I think we have to remind ourselves, again, that it's always there. It says, God is always available to me. In my foolishness, I thought that I had become separated from the goodness of God within me. Now I know that this could not be possible. I think, therefore, I am a part of the infinite mind. I live, therefore, I am a part of infinite life of God. Even my false negative thinking cannot separate me from the truth of my own being. Everywhere I go, thou art there. God is always available to me as infinite goodness. That love will not let me go. Today I accept more of the presence of God in my thinking, knowing that the measure of goodness I can accept in my inner experience becomes the measure of goodness outpicturing in my outer experience. The more you take in, the more you're going to give out, right? God is all in all, everywhere present. I can never be separate from God for a single instant. I love that. I'm a divine, perfect spiritual being, uncontaminated by lack, sickness, or mental confusion. I am an idea in the mind of God, and God is thinking me into expression right now. Thoughts of peace and not of evil to give me expected end. My awareness of the presence of God in my mind and heart is my answer to every seeming problem. In the valleys and on the mountaintops, thou art there. Thou art there. The thing is, we have to dismantle what they call barriers to our separation, thinking that there's some God out there that's going to do it for us, instead of just realizing and saying it's all right here. It's inside of us. And no matter what the situation is, no matter what it looks like outside, it's in here with you. And if there are enough of us in here with yous, we light up the streets, right? We do the right thing. We show the way. Show the way. CSL has a declaration that says, there's one life, that life is God, that life is perfect, and that life is my life now. That life is my life now. I have something I want us to say together, and it goes like this. I am precisely at the threshold of possibilities because I am in alignment with divine timing. I am in alignment with divine timing. So would you do that with me? Let's do this together. I am precisely at the threshold of possibilities because I am in alignment, divine timing. Oh, let's do it better than that, you guys. Do you believe this?
Yes.
Do you want to believe it more?
Yes.
Then speak it from your heart. You ready? Yes. I am precisely at the threshold of possibility because I am in alignment with divine timing. So remember that when you keep going, well, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? It's called divine timing. And the more you are in alignment with that, then it speeds itself up. But when you have all these little doubts that come in and the monkey mind goes off, you stop the flow. We have to stop the flow because it doesn't serve us anymore. So I'm going to give you my story. And I have to say, I've been waiting 20 years for this. And I never expected it. 2 weeks ago, I went to the graduation at Seaside. And it was different for me this time. Because normally when I go, I'm amongst probably, 30, 40 ministers that I know. I just know them. Not this time. Out of probably 35 ministers, I knew maybe 10, which is really different. Different because the ones I didn't know were the ones coming up. They were the ones, that were going to be, that are ministers but have graduated over the years. Anyway, in addition to that, they had a guest singer, Ricky Byers. And many of us know Ricky Byers, yes.
Went to India.
Oh, did you? Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Anyway, I was feeling kind of lost, but then I realized, they have Ricky, and she started to sing all the old songs. She sang the songs that I grew up as a newbie in religious science, and it just filled me up. I'm like, oh God, I'm being fed. I could feel the presence of God. Anyway, we went through the whole thing. She sang more than enough. She could sing another hour or two more, but she was in and out of the whole, ceremony. And but eventually they got to the ministers, and there were 6 of them. And one of them, anyway, normally they pick one minister to speak for the whole group. Well, this group did it differently. They all spoke. I went, oh my God. Giving them a stage. But they had 2 minutes. They all could speak. But there was one person who said, no, I'm okay. And that was interesting. I thought, well, okay, well, we have no judgment on it. We just kind of let it go. So they all spoke. And it was all perfect the way it was. But after the last person spoke, Reverend Dr. Kathy Hearn asked this individual, would you like to speak? And she said yes. And I went, oh, well, this is interesting. Anyway, I've never met this person at all, ever. She got up. She looked over the crowd. She caught their eyes. It was a pretty good crowd. She closed her eyes and she said, thank you. And she paused. And then she said, thank you. And then she paused. And she said, thank you. And then she sat down. That's all she said. And I was like, wow. That took courage. And it was the perfect thing to say. The perfect thing to say. Anyway, when she was done, we did the little bit of last part of the ceremony. And then we all trailed ourselves out. And then at Seaside, they have a whole garden area. And they always put it on a shindig, the food and all that stuff. So guess who was first in line? Me. Now I say that because I didn't recognize anybody. Then what am I going to do? I feed my face, right? Anyway, I got some food and I said, well, I'll just go sit down at a table and see who comes to me. See who comes to my table. That's always fun. Guess who came to my table?
Thank you.
The thank you person. Anyway, I got the courage up to say to her, I was the word that I said. I said, what you said was perfect today, and thank you. And somehow we just kept talking. And then she told me she was from Maryland. And she'd been taking the classes online. And I said, well, that's great. I said, I was one of the people that put this together years and years ago. She goes, what's your name? You know, I said, Reverend Suzette Wehunt. She says, I just learned about you 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, she just found out who had done this. And I was stunned. I mean, it was that feeling of what I did 19 years ago made a difference. But I didn't expect it. This is how God works. We don't always know what we do and how it makes a difference. That's why I want you to feel the divine within you. To know when you are divinely guided to these different things, to work out the problem, to take a class, to help another community, to sing, to do it, to follow that lead and not be afraid of it, because it's moving you to the next place in your life. And it really doesn't matter if it was too late or too soon. It just is. Now, what I'm hoping is that each one of you have thought of something in your life that's what's happening to you. You're thinking, what is the thing that I need to work on? What is it that I need to do next? What is it that I need to believe that it's not too late or too early? What is it that you need to let go of? What is that thing that holds you back? I'm asking the questions, you have to answer them. And the last one is, what part of your spiritual magnificence is ready to embody God? To embody the whole idea that you're perfect, whole, and complete just the way you are right now, at this moment, here today, and that nothing is stopping you. Nothing is stopping you.